it is a violation of our sovereignty for the Chinese government or a civilian balloon, weather observation balloon, to float into our sovereign airspace. That should have been the end of it. A non-story. Putting the Chinese on defense because they were the ones that committed this wrongdoing. But instead, of course, what happened is this balloon came over Alaska and nothing happened. And it wasn't until it went through Canada, by the way, down southward through Canada and appeared over Montana. And when it was over Montana, believe me, there was no threat of the debris of this balloon had it been shot hitting a kindergarten classroom. These are the same people, by the way, who don't mind indoctrinating kindergartners with the transgender ideology that leads them to take irreversibly damaging puberty-blocking hormones and cross-sex hormones and then undergoing surgery, still as children, to mutilate their bodies. This is the same party that encourages that, claims to hypothetically care about the remnants of a balloon potentially hitting a kindergarten and hurting children. This isn't even a good effort by propaganda from the left here. So the Chinese government responded when Biden's military finally did shoot this down off the coast of the Carolinas, and this is what they said. They said, quote, China expresses its strong dissatisfaction and protest against the U.S.'s use of force to attack civilian unmanned airships. The Chinese side has repeatedly informed the U.S. side after verification that the airship is for civilian use and entered the U.S. due to force majeure, which was completely accidental. China clearly requires the U.S. to handle it properly in a calm, professional, and restrained manner. A spokesman for the U.S. Department of Defense also stated that the balloon will not pose a military or personal threat to ground personnel. Under such circumstances, the U.S. insists on using force, obviously overreacting and seriously violating international practice. China will resolutely safeguard the legitimate rights and interests of relevant companies while reserving the right to make further necessary actions. So I'm reading this because these are the talking points being echoed by mainstream media outlets and by Biden administration officials. I've almost never been as embarrassed for the U.S. military as I was when they trotted out their spokesperson, this general with all this chest candy. He's supposed to be a very powerful individual in the U.S. military, telling the American people that the Department of Defense will not be updating the American people on the trajectory of this balloon. And he said the American people reserve the right to simply look up in the sky and look for it themselves. Sir, I don't care how high your rank is. You work for us. You respect us. We are higher in the chain of command than you are. You don't demean the American people who you swore an oath to protect, even if you are acting in disregard of American interests. Even if the Biden administration is disrespecting our country, you are not allowed to do so.